Hey everyone, Sophia here, My Great Challenge. Today is a jewelry repair video and you will not see my face. The star of the show is going to be this particular brooch. It's very special in many ways. One, it's very vintage. This is from the late 1930s, very early 1940s. It's an American brooch. It is not signed, though I suspect it might be Coro. What's special about it is that it was made at a time where jewelry makers had to use lesser materials because of the war effort. So we have a brass-like metal, and then these flowers here are plastic. Now, here's something else. This is the brooch that I have, and here's a picture of what it's supposed to look like. There's a lot of things that have happened to this brooch, in particular replacement obviously of the pearls. It's now some kind of rhinestones on it. But the tragedy here is the verdigris. So like most old pieces that have been in grandma's jewelry box for quite some time and perhaps have a lot of skin oil and dead skin and dirt on them, they start developing verdigris. And verdigris is what you see right here. It's that green mold-like substance, and it's pretty much everywhere. And what happens, in particular in the flowers here, what happens is that if you don't address it, it will damage your pieces to beyond repair. It will poke holes in the metal, and it is contagious. So if you have a piece of jewelry with verdigris like here, and you leave it next to good pieces, this little rascal here, that green stuff, will figure out a way to jump to the other one, and it will literally take over your entire jewelry box. So you need to address verdigris. You can remove it. It is not a big deal. It just takes a little bit of work. So one of the things that I want to do today is remove the verdigris that is on this brooch to save it from certain death. I want to remove the rhinestones that were placed at a later time, probably as a repair job, and return faux pearls as it was intended to have. And I want to give it a thorough cleaning and buff it and reshine it. I think it's a very beautiful piece. I think it is a Coro. I am not sure. Again, very hard to find online. I only found one that was for sale that had the pearls still in there, but they were very damaged. So yeah, it might be a Coro. Coro did a lot of brooches and jewelry with those hands, but that was a motif very popular in the 1930s and 1940s. When I come back, I'll show you all the material I'm going to use to restore this beautiful brooch to its former beauty. So I'm going to show you everything I'm going to use to clean my brooch, and by all means, please go check your jewelry box. If you see any pieces that have that verdigris and you don't have the time to address them right away, isolate them, put them in a little Ziploc bag away from the rest of your jewelry, because I'm telling you, this stuff is contagious. Okay, so let me put it to the side. Different things that you can do. I can tell you that verdigris will be treated with white vinegar. So I have a bowl here with white vinegar, but that's for afterwards. Cleaning agent, Dawn detergent, soapy water, and then I have a bowl with regular water that's going to be for the rinse. I'm going to put that to the side. Now, with regards to water and weighting your pieces, this one I can actually submerge it because there's no element like rhinestones. I'm going to remove the rhinestones, so it doesn't matter. If it has an open back, meaning that you can see the stones back through an opening, you can very briefly submerge them, but you have to seriously dry them. And the best way to do that is a salad spinner. Okay, seriously. Or you put them in a paper towel and you really shake it until all the water is out. You don't want any water to pool in the back of your rhinestones. It will destroy the foil if they have foil, or it will bring rust, and that's one of the reasons why you have pieces sometimes that look like they have a dead stone. If you have clear rhinestone, suddenly one of them turns black. That's because it's been wetted. So you have to be very careful. A piece like this, I can actually submerge it because there's no element that's going to be damaged by water. So I have all my liquids. Once I've done the basic cleaning, I'm going to use this. This is Sunshine. It's a jewelry cleaner. It's the pink stuff. We refer to it as the pink stuff. This is ammonia free. In my bathroom declutter video a couple of weeks ago, I dumped all of my old jewelry cleaners, the ones that come in those big red bottles, you know which one I'm talking about. Dump those, do not use them, they will damage your jewelry. It literally eats away at your gold finish. And if you have a piece of vintage jewelry like this one, you put it in that ammonia solution, and what's going to happen is that all of the gold tone, which is not real gold, will completely disintegrate and you'll get to the bare metal. So you don't want to use those. You want to use something like Sunshine. It comes as a liquid form for regular cleaning, and you can also get it as a paste, and that one is for polishing metals. With regards to tool, you'll need something like this. This is a pick. It's basically a needle on a handle, which is very, very helpful, because you'll see that before I do any kind of cleaning, I gotta scrape off the verdigris. I literally have to scrape it off. So you need one of those picks. If you don't have a pick, you can use a needle. You'll need things like these. They look like mascara wand, and they pretty much are. These are perfect to go in between. Little brushes like this, the makeup brushes, basically it's to remove any kind of dust that you may have from removing the verdigris. This is another type of little brush. This look like a toothpick actually, and this is perfect for little areas to go into and remove dirt, remove verdigris powder, just cleaning in general. Very good for chains if you have links. Of course you're going to need some kind of toothbrush, but you need something that is very soft. We're going to use that today. You might need some Q-tips. This is a larger brush if you have a larger piece, and of course you'll need polishing cloth. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to tackle the verdigris. It has to be removed, but because I don't want it all over the place, I'm going to get a paper towel and put it right here. So we're going to be on a white background. So let me get started. First thing I'm going to do is use my little pick here, and I am going to pick at the verdigris and literally pull it off. It's going to fall on the paper towel, and then I'll trash the whole thing. Both of them are done. Okay, so now I have to remove the rhinestone on those metal flowers. So I have to be very careful with these because I don't want to damage the metal. And this is just prep work, by the way, because most of the cleaning is going to happen with the toothbrush and the other brushes and the solutions. But for now, I just want to remove most of it, and I need to be careful. Okay, that's pretty much it. I'm going to brush whatever powder I got here. This is trash. We don't want it. And this is what it looks like after I scraped off most of the verdigris and remove the rhinestones, which by the way were glued with a glue that turns white. If you're going to use a glue to repair jewelry, you need a glue that is clear and doesn't yellow over time. Alright, so when I come back, we're going at it with simple soapy water. Alright, toothbrush, and I'm using Dawn detergent with water, tap it a little bit, and I'm just gonna go at it and start brushing. And again, this one, I can submerge if I want to. It's not a big deal. I'm not going to damage anything by submerging it, but I prefer to wash it with the toothbrush first. all the water is out. Here it is. We're starting to look better. What I do have is some glue residue right here. And whoever glued those rhinestones, they pretty much left glue on one of the petals. So I'm gonna take my magnifying glass. I don't know if I can show you. Let me see. I don't know if you can see it this way, but look. It's looking much better, right? And I didn't even use the professional cleaner yet. Okay. All right, that's much better. So now, once you're satisfied and you've pretty much removed all of your verdigris, vinegar, that's what you do. You throw in some vinegar at it. You let it soak. And it's going to basically treat it. And this is white vinegar, by the way. Don't forget to go inside the rivets with the vinegar. If you have access to them. Now sometimes you may have to remove the stones in order to do that, okay? It's a whole process. Okay, it is all clean. Here it is, no more verdigris, all clean. Let me give you close-ups so you can see a little bit better. I'm back and I'm going to polish. So basically what I do, I'm gonna rinse my toothbrush and dry it. Okay, now that polishing cream, you apply it and then you take a cloth and buff it dry. It's been rinsed. So some of you are probably thinking, well, that's a lot of work for an ugly brooch. But don't worry about that. The method is the same for the beautiful ones. So if I really wanted, I could use gold leafing, and I could kind of apply the gold leaf on the hand. I don't know if I want to do that because I kind of like the fact that it's a little bit older looking. You also don't want, I mean, some people like them looking brand new, but I like to see age. I just wanted to protect it and stop any damage from the verdigris, and I think I did just that. You can see that it is all gone inside the rivets as well, and it's looking pretty good. So now all I have to do is find the right pearls to bring it back to its original design. I'm back and I have pearls, and I finally was able to find pearls that don't have holes. So these are the largest ones, and these are ivory color. I have medium, a little bit smaller, and tiny. I know I'm not going to use the tiny. I want to see what the big one looks like. So let me open this. So if I put a big one right here. Okay. Let me try the next size. I know that for the metal flowers, it's got to be smaller. So if I put a smaller one. Yeah, that's probably the right size. Jewelry glue. I used the B7000. Right, so I don't want to mess this up. I put glue right here. Glue at the bottom of my pearl. And in she goes. So you tell me down below, how did you enjoy the process? Is it a good enough job? To me, it looks really cool. I brought it back to life. It's perfectly clean and deserving of being in my brooch collection with the rest of my brooches. That way, now that it's clean, it's not going to spread its green cooties to the entire box, and I think it looks much better with the pearls than it did with the blue rhinestones. And that blue rhinestone gluing, man, there was glue everywhere. You have to be careful with the glue. It's very difficult to remove once it hardens. So thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe right there in the corner at the bottom, and hit that bell button so you get notified when I post another video. And if you are interested in brooches, I am currently doing on my Instagram at My Great Challenge a whole series where I showcase one brooch a day from my collection. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye!